Hello, welcome to Tarot with Tanya. This is 7 cards for 7 days, and we are looking at the week of May 5th, that's a Monday, to Sunday, May 11th, and that'll be just before that full moon in Scorpio. So, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome for the first time if you are new. I will talk a little bit about the astrology, the aspects happening for this week, and then we'll look at the tarot cards, our 7 cards. And I'm using the Morgan Greer deck this week. And then we'll end with an oracle card from the Winged Enchantment this time. So, as always, take what resonates for you. And keep developing your own intuition about, what's meant to land here, and then let the rest go. So this week, by Monday afternoon, by the afternoon of the 5th, the moon will be in Virgo. And that's an earth sign, very practical, organized, discerning, analytical. And then we'll move through Libra, an air sign after that, beauty, harmony, diplomacy, and then into the Scorpio, which is the water. So we're going from a feminine moon to another feminine moon by the end of the week. The Scorpio, that is very intuitive, very psychic. It's water. It has to do with death and taxes and, fun things like that as well. But, has a quality of depth, really looking deeply into whatever might be in the forefront there or not. We do have Pluto now retrograde as well. I wanted to mention that. And it's Pluto is a transformer. It's in a place now in the Sabian symbols. I can't remember exactly what the description is, but it has something to do with a monk, and very much inviting introspection. And it moves slowly, so it won't retrograde all that far. It'll go back a degree or so in Aquarius. So on this Monday, the 5th, we have Mercury sextiling Jupiter. That's a happy, communicative kind of relationship. And that's a good energy for planning a long-distance trip, enrolling in college, meeting people from other countries. And it's a good energy for tapping into your resources to get what you want, to use them wisely. Then on Tuesday, we will have Venus sextiling Pluto. Again, sextile, good relationship, harmonious. This is taking Venus qualities of love and pleasure and sensuality and beauty, and putting them with something, again, that has depth and power, the ability to transform. So it could be a deep look at relationships. Those are the positive sides. The negative could be a little bit more about jealousy, possessiveness, things like that. So, it could bring out really good energies about relationships. On the other hand, could help you see what is not working, because it is a sextile, so it's a good flow of energy. And then on Saturday, the 10th, we have Mercury entering Taurus. So it's been in Aries, a more forceful communication style. Mercury loves to communicate, spread information, give us ideas. And when it enters Taurus, it'll be a little bit slower, a little more earthy and grounded. And it might help us then put more of our ideas into practical form to begin to take actions on those. So, of course, we still have the sun in Taurus, and the other planets, have not changed. We've still, as I've been mentioning for months now, have this group of planets in Pisces, this other group of planets in Aries. So we're ending and beginning, and we're still wavering at that point of, I think, tremendous change. And let's just say I think it'll be quite interesting to see what happens with that by this summer. All right, so our cards. Unusual spread. All cups, then all wands, and then we end with a major beginning. So our first card for Monday, the 5th, is the 2 of Cups. Can be love, can be contracts, negotiations. So whether it's a more personal kind of intimacy or a more, again, maybe business-oriented one, work-oriented one. But there's some kind of harmony and agreement, or at least an energy to look at that. And 2s are associated with the High Priestess, so very good to bring in the intuition, especially with the 2 of Cups. That can enhance our psychic, intuitive ability to read a situation, so see what we're getting into. That water continues, as I mentioned, on Tuesday the 6th with the Knight of Cups, the great romancer of the tarot deck. And you know, this one can be quite sincere or quite insincere. It can be a person, a young masculine energy, more youthful. It doesn't have to be a kid or anything like that, but more on the young person side. You know, holding the chalice of love, maybe idealistic, has this sort of mountain in the background, looks dreamy off into the distance as well. You know, the colors are pretty soft, but get a little passionate red stripe in that cape that he's wearing. So, you know, can be, again, a very romantic person or situation, or one that could be a little bit more deceptive and trying to love bomb, coerce, things like that. We continue with our water theme on Wednesday. So with the 6 of Cups, this can be reunion. It can be nostalgia for the past, wishing a relationship would return, or maybe being idealistic about a relationship or something with the past. It can also be a lot of pleasure. It can be very much enjoying the moment. And that is where I'm going to put my encouragement. Take a minute, take a breath, take an afternoon, an evening, whatever you can, and enjoy life. I love that you have very youthful people here sharing flowers, celebrating in some way. Just this kind of quiet. It's connected to the Lovers because it's a 6, and again, can be some kind of group coming together as well. Now we switch by Thursday to the fire and jump right in with the 8 of Wands. Passion, intensity, communication, flirtation, going after a romantic interest, going after a creative project, but really putting that strong energy out there. It's an 8, so that 8 is going to connect it to the Strength card. And using that inner passion, which can even be like your shadow self, can be gathering up of some of what, you know, is considered inappropriate by some, in a social sort of way. You know, of course, not harming another, but using a kind of strength to express and put that energy out into the world. It's toned down, or maybe cut in half, right? We go from 8 to 4. We go from that horizontal almost expression of the 8 of Wands to this planted vertical expression of the 4 of Wands. A little sort of trellis or entrance to a garden, or in this case, this deck likes these kind of hills. And we have our castle on the top. I mean, some people read this as maybe an idealistic expression that might not happen, but I really connect it to celebration, and that Three of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in, is now like, all right, we've received something, we're planting in a way this energy and making a marker of it. And fours are going to be connected to the Emperor, so very stable. And you know, you can see where the controlling might come in with that kind of energy too. So it just depends on how we use it. We stay with our fire with the Six of Wands, and you know, sometimes this is called the victory card, and he very much expresses that, has our laurel wreath on one of the wands. Horse is wearing its finery, perhaps coming back from some sort of campaign. And for us personally, what is the victory? And I would try, I'll encourage being very open. Victories can be small. I got something done today that I've been wanting to do. I conducted myself in a way that I am pleased with. Things like that. What are those small victories? And you know, in a larger collective sense, it'll be interesting to see what happens. This is our Saturday, right, at the end of the week, and our second six. So if we connect this back to the Lover's card, here it's a passionate expression because it's wands. It's maybe a gain in some kind of relationship or understanding human nature. And as I said, our one and only major this week. So 3 cups, 3 wands, some balance in that, and then a 0, the Fool, back to the beginning, back to the archetypal egg, the Humpty Dumpty, the innocent child. Of course, you have a youth here who is setting out to make their way into the world. And the dog is the instinct, the loyalty, the companionship, has the little sack on the stick, you know, to hold possessions, knowing that life will take care of you wherever you go, as long as you are present and genuine. So it's very much about that genuine, open, new self. So a kind of rebirth by Sunday. All right, so we will end, as I said, with a winged enchantment card. And kind of interestingly, we got a start here as well. The very first card of this deck, which is Blackbird, number 1. I am Blackbird, the enchantress of the soul. I am melodious and hypnotic. I am the transporter of the mind from one state to another. I am bringer of omens. I will entrance you with my song and open the portals of spirit. I break through boundaries and remove whatever separates you from eternity. If you have strayed into my woods, something enchanting is afoot. Mystery has tempted you. The magical realms have seduced you. I can align you with the earth and the energy that encircles it. You are hearing the whispers of the ancients and calls of the deep woods. Look beyond everything and see the layers. Listen carefully, be alert, let go, and embrace the experience. So, in another way, I feel like that's what this card is about. So both of them are almost calls to adventure. And I shouldn't say almost, they are calls to adventure. It may be in the outer world, it may be in the inner world. That doesn't really matter. You know what that is. You know how you will respond, or when the time comes, you will know. So it feels like we're going through this transformational time, and we're working on taking or seeking validation from the outside to validation from the inside, and knowing when we are aligned with our intuitive selves, with our spiritual selves, and so forth. So thank you so much for being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the likes and shares. Please consider subscribing or liking and sharing on this video as well. If you would like to know about a personal reading, or about connecting with people who've passed from your life, please reach out. There's information at the end of the video, and they'll be in the description box below as well. Otherwise, beloveds, I'm wishing you the best possible week, and I'll see you again in 7 days.